one, if you've been a subscriber of mine for a while, you know that I'm on a healthy lifestyle journey, and if one of your New Year's resolutions was to either cut calories, lose weight, or start eating healthier, then this video is for you. This is going to be a couple of tips to help you lose weight or get healthier. So the first tip is, I'm reading them. If you hear that, that's Ella's collar. I'm sorry. The first tip is make a list when going to the grocery store. Now, basically, when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the grocery store, the number one thing that people do is that they go in there with no idea of what they're buying, and they buy a bunch of needless stuff that they don't actually need to have. So, if you go into a grocery store with a list, you're actually more likely to buy things that you actually need and buy the things on the list. When you go in there, tell yourself, I'm not buying anything that isn't on this list, and that's it. Don't pick up anything else. Not one single thing. If you see something and you're like, oh, I wish I got that, I wish that was on my list, put it on your list next time. You don't have to pick it up then, because if you pick it up then and you don't think about it and you don't research it, then you actually don't know if it's healthy for you. So go ahead, memorize it, think about it next time that you go, and pick it up then. But don't buy anything that isn't on your list. Okay, number 2. Going to the grocery store when you don't, with like a limited amount of time. Don't go to the grocery store with an hour or 2 hours to spare. And I know that, well, maybe an hour, but not an hour just to spend at the grocery store. In my opinion, depending on your driving time, just, you know what, just after you get to the grocery store to the time you leave should be about 30 to 40 minutes. Should not be any longer than that, and that is only if your grocery store is huge. Because number 1, you don't have that many aisles that you need to go into if you're eating healthy. You don't need to go in the chip and pop aisle. You don't need to go into the ho-ho snack cake aisle. You don't need to go into the frozen pies and ice cream section. You don't need to. If you want ice cream, there are Skinny Cow ice cream. There is Skinny Cow ice cream that's actually really good, and it's good for you. Well, it's not good for you, but it's better than regular ice cream. There is that. So if you want ice cream, then go ahead and get that, but know where it is and beeline for it. Don't sit around and look around and be like, oh, look at the fudge ice cream. Oh, look at the mint chocolate chip. No. Beeline for it, get it, get out. Get out of that aisle. Don't sit around and be like, well, maybe my husband will want chocolate chip cookie dough. No. If your husband wants chocolate chip cookie dough, he better go get it himself. No. Do not just like fondle, like, ew, fondle? Do not just like hang out in that aisle. Okay, after we've talked about fondling, let's move on to number 3. Number 3 is don't buy tons of clothes in the size that you already are. Now, this doesn't really pertain to you if you're just trying to get healthy, but if you're trying to lose weight, don't go buy 10 pairs of jeans. And if you're a size 18 and you're trying to get down to a size 10, don't go buy 10 pairs of size 18 jeans. Why? Why do you need that? You don't, because then you're kind of committing to yourself in your mind like, well, I'm actually not planning on dropping any jean sizes because I'm buying all these jeans in the size that I am right now that I'm trying to get rid of. And that doesn't make, my nose is so itchy. That doesn't make any sense. Like if you go out and you buy 15 shirts in a 2X and you're trying to get out of the X's, for instance, why are you doing that? That doesn't make any sense. If you're trying to lose weight, don't go buy a ton of clothes in the size that you're trying to get away from. Now, I'm not saying that if you tear a hole in your jeans that you shouldn't go buy a new pair. I'm not telling you to walk around exposed. I'm not telling you to be naked. I'm just telling you, if you need a new outfit for a job interview like I just did, go get that outfit. Don't go get that outfit and 10 more pairs of those jeans and 4 more of those shirts because you feel like you'll need them. If you feel like that you need them, then you're not having faith in the fact that you're actually going to lose the weight. So be careful with that. Number 4 is have a goal pants or a skirt or a dress, something like that, or even like a really nice top. Obviously you don't want like a goal t-shirt because that doesn't really make any sense unless there's like meaning behind it to you. But like I have my Victoria's Secret yoga pants that are my goal pants. If you haven't seen them or you're just watching this video and you're a new subscriber, they are in my Christmas haul, my what I got for Christmas video. But have something that is a goal thing for you, but also be careful not to have it in a specific size. Now, what I mean by that is buy something in a small, medium, large, extra large, whatever. Don't go buy something in an 8 because you don't know if you're going to be an 8. That doesn't make any sense. You might completely skip 8 and go to a 7. You might get to a size 10 and realize that that's good for your body type. Don't buy it in a specific size that is, what is that? Ah, okay. It's a piece of my bangs that has ventured over. Don't buy it in a specific size, like an 8 or a 14 or something like that, because chances are you're probably not going to end up at that exact size. You're probably going to end up somewhere around it if that's your goal, but it's really hard to pinpoint a specific size for yourself. So do that, you know, have something though, have like a goal thing so that you can, you know, hang, if you do workouts at home, like be corny and frame that dress, or, you know, hang that dress up, or get one of those, what do you call those, dress forms, and put it on there and stare at it while you do your yoga, and it'll help you to inspire you. If you don't want to do that, you can just think about it in your head and look at it every once in a while when you're feeling a little bit down. Number 5 is give yourself rewards. Now, this gets kind of tricky because people have a tendency to go a little bit overboard with rewards. Now, I'm not saying that if you're well off that you can't reward yourself with a new car, but if your bills balance out and then you have $200 left over every month, chances are your reward for losing 10 pounds isn't going to be a new car. You have to be realistic with your budget. Now, I know that some people have messaged me personally and asked me things like, well, you got an iPhone and you, I don't know if I've talked about it in a video or if I mentioned it to this specific person, but my goal for my birthday is to have lost 40 pounds. And when I do that, I really want to either A, start planning a vacation, or B, it's my 21st birthday this year, so I don't drink, but I still want to go out and kind of get the experience of like going out. I'm not going to drink, but I'm just kind of going to go see the scene and stuff. So I'm either going to start planning a vacation with my husband, or I'm going to basically get my hair done, get my nails done, get, what do you call that? Get a pedicure, get a new outfit, and go out that night, and that's going to be my, you know, my little present to myself for losing 40 pounds. But you have to do it within your means, and the only reason that we can afford to do things like that is because we don't have children, and it's not really a choice that we made exactly, but it just hasn't happened for us yet, and we don't want to, we're not really planning it yet because I am still young and I'm trying to lose weight and be healthy before we have kids. Anyways, that's completely off topic. I just wanted to address it before any of you ask if we've decided not to have kids or something. We haven't. It just hasn't happened yet. So we don't have kids, and we can live a little bit more, not outrageously, but we can afford to give ourselves things that we probably couldn't if we did have kids. And I'm not saying that if you have kids then you don't have any money. Obviously it depends on your income, but I'm just saying don't, what do they say? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Don't buy like something that's super expensive and break your bank, because all that does is add stress, and stress sometimes is a very serious thing that kind of makes you want to eat more. So just be careful with it. So if a nail polish has to be your goal, then so what? A nail polish is your goal. If it has to be a new shirt, then it has to be a new shirt. I try not to make it clothes or food. No food related things, because that doesn't help. Like, don't be like, oh, if I lose 20 pounds I can go out to dinner. That doesn't make any sense because you're trying to lose weight. So, I try not to make it clothes either, because then I'm buying all these clothes in all these weird random sizes. So of course eventually I'm gonna have to keep buying clothes, but I try not to make that my goal. Make it something fun, like I get to go spend $25 at Bath & Body Works, or have your husband buy you a $25 gift card, or your boyfriend or your mom or whoever buy you a $25 gift card to your favorite store, or a $30 gift card to your favorite store, and have them hold it until you show them on the scale that you've lost a certain amount of weight. Something like that. Something that just gets you excited and makes you want to do it. Okay, so the next thing is, don't have unrealistic goals. My biggest pet peeve for people losing weight is people about my size and shape. Now, I have broader shoulders, and I have, a larger chest, and My bones are, I don't know if big boned is even really a thing. I don't think I'm big boned. I just think my body is built to be a thicker body. I'm not made to be Paris Hilton. That's not what my body's gonna look like when I lose weight, I don't think. You know, I don't anticipate that. So don't have unrealistic goals. And if everybody looks at people and says, oh, I hope that, you know, I can look like that. Try to pick someone who has been through something similar. People like Jennifer Hudson, Jordan Sparks, Valerie Bertinelli, people like that, Monique, people who have lost weight and you can see the differences in their body. Try to pick someone that was around your shape to begin with. Don't pick Selena Gomez, because chances are when you lose the weight and you don't look like Selena Gomez, it's going to upset you because you thought you would. And that's not realistic. So just try to pick realistic goals for yourself. Also, pick healthy goals. Now, it's not healthy to be overweight, but it's also not healthy to be drastically underweight. So really try to understand where your healthy weight range lies. You can find that online, but it's very broad and it doesn't take into account a lot of different factors of your body shape and your body type. So go to a doctor or call your doctor, because chances are your doctor knows what you look like, and ask him what he thinks a healthy weight for your height and body style, body shape would be. Try to find a healthy goal. Obviously, my goal is not 104 pounds. My goal for now is between 140 and 160 pounds. When I get to 160, I will decide if that is where I'm comfortable or if I need to lose a couple more pounds. So, you know, try to make a goal that is not only achievable, but healthy. Okay, so the next thing is come to terms with yourself. Now, I hear a lot of people that will just be like, oh, again, I want to look like Selena Gomez. You have to come to terms with the fact that your body is what it is. You can't change it. This is the way that you were born. And I've honestly heard this, and I know somebody is going to laugh, but I have heard this. I heard a girl at the gym talking about how she was going to look like Ashley Tisdale when she lost weight. And she looked nothing like her. And her friend said to her, well, do you think you're going to physically look like her? Or are you just talking about, like, you know, like your face? Or are you just talking about your body? And she's like, oh, I think I'm just going to look like her. If you don't look like Ashley Tisdale, you're not going to look like Ashley Tisdale when you lose weight. That doesn't make sense. Be logical. Logically, if you don't, like, I get people all the time that send me messages and will be like, oh, well, you know, I hope that when I lose weight I can be pretty or I can look like you. And, you know, that's flattering and I appreciate it, because, you know, everybody has their low points, and I have people that I look at and I'm like, oh my goodness, I wish I looked like them. But you're beautiful as you. I'm already me, so you can't be me. Try to be you. You can't. Ashley Tisdale is already Ashley Tisdale, so you can't be her. So just try to, you know, try to be yourself and embrace the fact that you're beautiful and you are you for a reason. People love you for you. Think about that. And don't get too obsessed. And I'm not being like, oh, braggy, like, oh, somebody wants to look like me. Because I think everybody gets those messages where people are like, oh, I wish I looked like you. You're so pretty. You're pretty too. And some of the people that send me those messages, I'm like, are you kidding me? You're pretty. You're gorgeous. There's no reason for you to wish you looked like anybody else. So just really try to be realistic with yourself, and don't, you know, come to terms with yourself, and don't go too overboard. The next thing that I have is keep a journal. Now, you guys have seen my journal. It's pink. I write in it all the time, and I'm not talking about a calorie journal. You should keep track of what you're eating, and not necessarily calories if you don't like that, but keep track of what you're putting in your mouth. If you eat 18 M&Ms, write 18 M&Ms in your journal and make sure that you know what you're putting in your mouth. But the journal that I keep is basically how I'm feeling at the time. If I'm upset, if I'm feeling unmotivated, I just write in it, and it helps me a little bit to get out those feelings. We don't all have people to talk to about it. Obviously, I have a husband, but he doesn't really understand where I'm coming from as a girl, as a woman. He's obviously not a woman, so he doesn't get it. So I would recommend keeping a journal, even if you do have a friend to talk to, because there are some things that you might not want to tell your friend. So, you know, and then you can look back at it whenever you lost the weight and see where you've been. 9 is have a little faith in yourself. When I first started this, the difference between this and the last million times that I've tried to lose weight is this time I took that moment. I think everybody who's overweight has been through this moment, or everyone who's unhappy with themselves has been through that moment where they stop everything. They sit there and they get upset with themselves and they're like, you know what, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of being unhappy with myself. I'm sick of feeling sorry for myself. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna do something about it. But usually we let those moments pass, and it's sad, but it's true. A lot of people do let those moments pass, and I was one of them for a long time. And then the last time that I decided that, I got myself up, I told my husband, let's go sign up for the gym. And I signed up for an entire year of personal training at $240 a month that will be taken out of my bank account whether I go or not. Now, that doesn't mean if I'm sick. My trainer obviously understands that if I'm sick I can't go, and she, you know, makes arrangements around it and fixes it for me. But don't let yourself hold you back. Don't let you be the one person that's holding you back. Push yourself. Go sign up for that gym. Go buy those workout stuff, and don't buy it and then be like, oh well, CSI is on tonight, so I'll do it tomorrow. No. What I did when I had an elliptical at my apartment, which didn't help me lose weight, but it did help me maintain it a little bit, because I wasn't very motivated back then. But if you're going to work out at home and you're motivated about it, what I did is every day I have kind of like a show that I'll watch. On Tuesdays I watch like Teen Mom or Switched at Birth or something like that. On Sundays I watch Desperate Housewives, Once Upon a Time. I watch shows on specific days. I wouldn't let myself watch those shows unless I was either on the elliptical or had done the elliptical for an hour that day. So I find also that if you're watching a show that you really like and you're on the elliptical at home because it's a comfortable environment, that you kind of sometimes zone out and forget that you're on the elliptical. So push yourself. Don't let yourself quit. And, you know, if you need any support, let me know. I already have one person that I'm going to be on Friday after I get my new phone. Well, I'm ordering the phone Friday, but they said it'll take a couple days to get here, like 2 or 3, because they don't keep, my town is so small, they don't keep iPhones in stock at the Verizon store. Ouch. But anyways, my point is just, you know, I'm gonna be texting her and letting, you know, she's gonna be texting me when she feels upset and feels like she is you know, is gonna eat something bad, or, you know, is having an emotional day and nobody understands her. I will be talking to her on the phone. I will be texting her. If you need someone, let me know and I will be there for you. I'm not gonna say her name because it's private and confidential, and I don't really know how she feels about other people knowing her business, but you're brave. You took the first step. You asked me personally and you came to me with it and just said, you know, maybe we could you could give me your number and I can give you mine, and you could be there for me if I need something, and I could be there for you. And that's brave. That's a brave thing to do, and I respect her for that. So if you're watching this, I really respect the fact that you took that step yourself. Okay, I only have 3 more. This video is getting long. The next one is surround yourself with healthy snacks. Now I'm pretty sure that you guys know what that means. Just make sure that you surround yourself with snacks that are healthy. The number one thing that I hear from people, especially on here, when they talk to me and try to talk to me about healthy snacks and how they need to lose weight, is that their kids live with them, so they can't not buy Ho-Hos and they can't not buy Twinkies because their kids would be upset. Your kids have half your genes, which means that your kids have a gene. The way that your metabolism is, that's based on your genes. You can fix it, like you can eat certain times a day and certain meals a day and like certain things that'll speed up your metabolism, but when you're a kid you don't understand all that. Now if your kid has half your genes, tell me where you think they're gonna be in high school if you keep letting them eat like that. Stop it. Stop telling yourself that your kids need Ho-Hos and your kids need McDonald's every night. McDonald's should be something that they get as a reward when they get on a roll or something. Like, you don't have to keep Ho-Hos and ice cream and Twinkies and chips in your house because you have kids. You need to teach your kids that an apple can be a snack just like chips can. A banana can be a snack just like chips can. You need to train your kids to eat properly for their body type. Now, even kids that are skinny and even families that are skinny doesn't mean you're in shape if you're skinny. It doesn't mean that you're in good health. So try to keep your kids eating healthy things. And I'm not saying that any of you are bad parents. That's not what I'm saying in any way. But I'm sure that I have at least one person watching this who's like, I can't only keep healthy snacks because little Bobby will be mad at me. Well, tell little Bobby that he needs an apple. Little Bobby doesn't need ice cream today because mommy's health is more important. Do you think little Bobby wants to lose his mom? No, little Bobby wants you around. So if little Bobby has to sacrifice chips, I'm sure he'll be okay with it in the long run. Preach. I feel like I'm on here like, little Bobby. Sorry. That's just like one of the biggest pet peeves that I have about people losing weight. Okay. 2 more. 1, keep a healthy snack beside your bed. The reason that I say this is because I know people say don't keep food in your room, it'll make you eat. It actually doesn't make me eat. But my thing is, if there's unhealthy things in your kitchen and there's a healthy snack beside your bed and you went to the gym or you did your little yoga and you're tired, you're gonna eat that healthy snack before you get up and walk down to that kitchen. So try to keep one by your bed. I keep these by my bed, and these are Snap Pea Crisps. I actually got these and then I showed them to one of my friends and she's like, oh, did you see those on All the Glitters? And I actually didn't. I found them sitting at a shelf at Walmart when I was picking up banana chips for my husband. But I don't like the regular kind. I like the Caesar flavor. They taste like chips and they're yummy. So if you haven't tried these, I hate peas, by the way. I think they're absolutely disgusting, but I love these. They don't taste anything like peas. They're so good. And they're only $1.50 at my Walmart. So if you haven't tried them, it's $1.50. If you don't like them, give them to somebody who will. Okay, and then the last one is, this is it. Keep yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable to what you do. If your best friend asks you if you want to go to Applebee's for dinner, and you order the 2 for $20 and you're eating mozzarella sticks and you got like the pasta and you added a dessert, you didn't need to do that. Your friend invited you to Applebee's. She didn't invite you to a 3-course dinner. She invited you to Applebee's. They have the under 500 calorie menu. Eat it. Eat it. Don't tell me my husband, he went to McDonald's and to me, you know, he said that, do I want to go? So it's kind of his fault. No, my husband goes to McDonald's. My husband drops me off at the gym and then takes his chubby self to McDonald's because my husband doesn't, he's not big. My husband doesn't need to lose weight. And I'm being honest. Could he eat healthier? Yeah, and he's working on it, but he doesn't need to lose weight. So don't hold people around you accountable for you or you're never going to get there. There's always going to be someone who's going to tell you no. If Paul at where you work, Paul's like, oh, you want to lose weight? You? Ha ha ha. Shut up, Paul. Tell Paul to shut up. Don't be like, yeah, Paul's right. You know, I was going to try to lose weight, but Paul at work said that it was stupid. So who cares about Paul? Care about you. And my last thing that I want to say is just care about your health more than you care about that bag of chips. Is that bag of chips worth a heart attack? No. And I'm not saying every overweight person has a heart attack, but is that bag of chips worth looking in the mirror and feeling bad about yourself? Is that bag of chips worth going to bed and not feeling well? Is it worth it? When you eat, before you put it in your mouth, is it worth it? You have to decide for yourself. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like I said, if you need any help, feel free to let me know. If you need someone to talk to, feel free to let me know. When I am on my Kiss and Makeup 621 Facebook, you can message me, and I will talk to you. I won't be like, ew, message, ugh, chat message, yuck. You can chat me, you can write on my wall. I don't know if you can. I think you can write on my wall. I don't know. If not, leave me a comment below and let me know and I'll try to fix it, but I think you can. You know, send me a private message on Facebook, send me a private message on here, talk to me on Twitter. The other girl that asked me for help tweeted me about it, and I thought that was very brave because anybody can see, I think. Can anybody see your tweets? I don't know. But either way, you know, it's brave to go ahead and tweet someone, and even if they offer your help, their help, it's brave to take it because not everybody can take help. Anyways, this video is super long, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope that these tips helped you. Try them out. Let me know if you need any other help. Let me know if they don't work for you, and I will try to help you find things that do. I will talk to you guys later, and also if you just want to talk about your healthy journey and you know you feel like you've talked your friend's ears off about it, go ahead and talk to me. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good night. I hope you guys have a great week. Happy Monday. There was a really funny status on somebody's Facebook today. Oh, it was like, if every day is a gift, where do I return Mondays? And I thought that was so funny. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. I love you all. Have a good day.